Every morning freshman year, I would sit in biology class and stare at the poster above Mrs. Valesky's desk. It read, "But what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" At first, I thought this quote was totally cringy. Then, by the end of the year, I began to think it was kinda cute. And now, I look back on it, and I find it incredibly inspirational. Because the truth is that throughout my life, I have been afraid to fall. I have been afraid to fail. If you told my freshman year self I'd be giving this speech today, I never would have believed you, because I had horrible stage fright and a terrible fear of public speaking. But anytime I faced a challenge throughout high school, there was always a friend, classmate, teacher, coach, parent, or administrator eager to help me. And I realize now that because of those people, the greatest lesson I will take away from my 4 years at Wheaton North is to not be afraid of failure. Class of 2023, we should not be afraid to fall, because this remarkable community has prepared all of us to fly. After every fall these past 18 years, our parents were there to pick us up. If the parents here today are anything like mine, they told their kids to buck up and try again. Our parents supported us in times of hardship and encouraged us to push through every obstacle. And they led by example. When COVID hit freshman year and everyone's lives were dramatically upended, our parents did everything they could to ensure that we still had a positive high school experience. They encouraged us to find sanctuary in one another, even though we can no longer see our fellow classmates in person every weekday. When social distancing restrictions finally loosened, our parents planned events like fake homecoming, since we didn't get to have a real one sophomore year. Thank you for putting our best interests before your own, for being patient with us, and for raising us to be resilient. Whenever we struggled in a class, our teachers treated us with compassion and understanding. They caught us when we fell, by valuing progress over perfection and reminding us that we are not defined by a letter grade, but by our character, work ethic, and dedication. And teachers, your passion for education exceeded a mere classroom environment because you strove to form connections with all of us. Teachers I have never had in class would stop me in the hallway to ask about my day, give me a book to read, or ask how our softball team was doing. I actually just fell for the last time as an athlete for Wheaton North only a couple of hours ago. And while that pain was excruciating to say the least, Pioneer Park in West Chicago was packed with teachers there to support our team and comfort us afterward. You have gone beyond just teaching us academically. You've been a safe place when we needed it. Thank you for treating us as people first and students second. And Mr. Biskin, your investment in our success and dedication to our school culture has made Wheaton North a place we will always be able to call home. You taught us to be Falcons, to be proud, to be North. And while we are very sad to see you and your skills on the push-up board leave, we know that you will continue to improve education everywhere you go. We never knew Wheaton North without you as our principal, and we are so grateful for that. Finally, to the class of 2023. As underclassmen whose first 2 years of high school were scarred by COVID, in many ways we were set up to fail. But even though we didn't have the traditional experiences in those years to connect us with North's community, that didn't stop us. We created our own spirit. We lifted each other up. One day last winter, I was driving to school on one of the days when we should have had a snow day. And something did fail. My brakes. My brakes failed, and I crashed straight into a light pole with my best friend Ella in the passenger seat. We couldn't get my front tire unstuck between the curb and the light post, and I honestly had no idea what to do. Just then, a school bus came driving down Prospect Street. And as the bus slowed down, Ella and I were certain that the kids on the bus were taking pictures and making fun of us. So when the bus stopped, we were literally yelling out of my window for them to go away because we didn't want to end up posted on Instagram by Wheaton North Bad Park Jobs. But the doors opened, and a bus full of Wheaton North students got off, came to the front of my car, and they helped us push it over the curb. I won't miss driving to school in blizzard conditions, but I will forever miss that camaraderie between students. Class of 2023, thank you for inspiring me all throughout high school. But I never would have guessed that your 11-year-old selves would have inspired me too. A few months ago, I came across my 5th grade yearbook, and inside, the Lowell Elementary class of 2016, go Eagles, got to share our responses to the question, where do you see yourself in 20 years? So I was reading through these, and apparently we have a lot of future professional soccer players graduating today. Congratulations. We also said that we saw ourselves stopping animal extinction, solving world hunger, curing cancer, making 2 recesses happen in elementary schools. Now, on the one hand, yes, maybe we were naive and oblivious in setting those idealistic goals. But on the other hand, we were not afraid to set them. As high school seniors, navigating our future plans has been exciting, but also confusing, challenging, and intimidating. It can be easy for us to ask, what if I fall? But in 5th grade, only 7 years ago, we asked, what if I fly? So as we graduate today, let's channel that fearlessness and strive for limitless accomplishments. We are going to face many failures. Our plans will not always work out, and we will come up short time and time again. But when these situations do occur, it will be okay, because Wheaton North has taught us to rise from failure. Don't be afraid to fall, because Wheaton North has prepared us to fly. So, class of 2023, LFG, let's Falcon graduate. Because once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Flying is kinda what we do.
Thank you, Annie. And now, please give a warm round of applause to our next speaker, Josh.